The Hotel del Coronado is 125 years old. This isn't just a place to stay. Since its opening in 1888, it's hosted a prince, a king, presidents, and Hollywood celebs. Mayor Bob Filner has a new plan to fix an old problem in Balboa Park. A $900 million project for the young, hip Gen Y generation is making its way toward reality in downtown's East Village. Join in the celebration all year and make your own memories. This is Roger Showley for UT Business.
So I'm doing an interview and the subject says, "Did you see the story Roger did?" I'm doing research and it's about San Diego history. People say, "Did you look up Roger's story?" I'm assigned to another piece. People say, "Go talk to Roger." So listen, I know it's a great thing for you. You're retiring, you're happy. But what about us? I mean, we're devastated.
Hi, Roger. I'd like to tell you that I'm going to miss you a lot, but I'm not, because I'm pretty convinced you're not going anywhere. I think I've been invited to 3 or 4 or 10 of your farewell retirement events over the years, actually going back prior to the current century, and you're still here.
Hi, Roger. I'm sorry I can't be there tonight, but I want to congratulate you on a great career, and I want to thank you for helping me grow into a better reporter. I still have many things from our UT days, including this business section, where both of our bylines are on the same page, and also a picture from the 2014 UT holiday party. What a great time that was.
Roger, Carl Larsen here. Remember me? I'm one of your many editors over your career at the Union-Tribune. But that got me thinking, you've had more publishers in your career than you've had editors like me. 44 years is a long time, but you can raise your head high that over that span, you've been able to cover that which you love the most: our built environment, urban footprint, our development issues, and it all goes back to that line from Gone with the Wind. Remember, land is the only thing that counts. 3 stories come to mind from our days together. Not your biggest perhaps, and not your most memorable, but they were to me. One is your tour of the Alex Spanos compound in Stockton. You're the only UT reporter ever to gain admission in there. Second, Jules Verne. You discovered that the French author had used San Diego in one of his novels as a location. Who could have guessed that? Third, and this is perhaps more timely today than it has been in the past, you had the one-on-one interview with Ivanka Trump. Very timely. So Roger, Sharon and I wish you and Carol all the best.
Roger is our version of Mr. San Diego. He just knows everything about San Diego. He has a history here as his family, and he is just the ultimate go-to person for when you want to know stuff. He is like our answer to Malin Burnham as far as someone who was a San Diego institution. And it is really going to be difficult to imagine Union-Tribune without him. I mean, there's just, what do? He leaves a void there. We miss you, Roger, and you're not even gone just yet.
Hi, Roger. Congratulations. I just want to say that we're really going to miss your presence in the newsroom. You have such a wonderful zest for life, and you really are an embodiment of sort of San Diego and in your love for the history and in just how you love life. I love your coordinated clothes to the holidays and how you bring in baked goods, and love Harry Potter and Disney. And I am sure that in your next chapter, you're gonna find even more things to love. We'll miss you.
So Roger, say it isn't so. I can't believe you're leaving after all these years. We've known each other and worked with each other for so long. I am not going to say the number out of vanity, but you and I go back a long time, and we've worked really well together over the years. I have to say, of anybody I've ever worked with, you have to be the most collaborative team member, the easiest to work with. You're willing to do anything anybody asks of you. I think it was just a couple weeks ago I turned to you out of the blue and said, Roger, do you ever get depressed? And you said without a beat, no, because you are just a really happy, engaged, confident individual, and I have loved working with you.
Roger, I've worked with you for 2 years now, and I just wanted to say best of luck to you, and we are going to miss you. Your wealth of knowledge, your institutional memory is unsurpassed by anyone in San Diego and San Diego's history, I think, and we're going to miss you very, very much. I wish you the best in your new life, but remember to come back as often as possible.
Roger, well, now I know what the definition of March Madness is. March Madness is you leaving us after all these years. Congratulations, enjoy your retirement. You've been nothing but class and professionalism. Just watching you, I haven't known you for a long time, but just watching you come in each day and do your job and doing it with great aplomb is inspiring.
Roger, we are going to miss you, and we're not going to be able to replace you. Not meaning the FTE, although God knows what will happen there, but Roger Showley, you know, the thing everybody always says, he's irreplaceable. In this case, it's really true. So to memorialize our friendship, Roger, I went back and found our first communication. I had asked in February 2010, what were the strengths of our newsroom? And this is what you said: a general cheerfulness and spirit of teamwork, an ability to jump in and cover a crisis with no griping or territoriality, a general welcoming of new ideas and stories. So to me, Roger, there you weren't describing the rest of us, you were describing you, the world that you see. That's what makes you such a fantastic journalist. Stay close, we're gonna miss you, and hopefully you will be part of the UT family forevermore.
I saw something happen last year that really showed how much the people of San Diego care about what Roger Showley thinks. We were walking just nearby on 7th Street. We were going somewhere, and we walked past a public building. Roger noticed that there was some fresh graffiti on the wall of this public building. He stopped, pulled out his camera, took a photograph, put it online, kind of shook his head, and walked on. The following day, I walked past that same building, and I noticed that someone had been out overnight or in the early morning and erased all of that graffiti. And I'm pretty sure that they did it because Roger Showley had posted that online. If someone else had done it, it probably wouldn't have been cleaned. But the people of the city of San Diego, the people who operate the government, they know how much Roger cares about this city, how it looks, how it operates. He knows that they love it. And I'm pretty sure they reacted overnight to the fact that Roger Showley didn't like the fact that there was graffiti on a public building.
Roger, I can't believe it's your last day. So rather than talk about your last day, I'm gonna go back to the first day I met you. And I remember it so clearly because you took me to lunch and we talked about the internet. We talked about the promise of the web, and you were nodding and shaking your head and agreeing with me. And I thought, this is going great, because if Roger will do the web, then other people will follow. And so just as we were wrapping up our lunch, you said something to me, and I was like, oh my God, Roger does not want to do this. And I don't remember the exact sentence, but I remember 2 words exactly. And those words were cat videos. You were so afraid that the website would be filled with content that was like cat videos, and it would bring all of journalism to a screeching halt and the world would stop spinning. And I was just like devastated. But you know, as in so many things that I've learned with you, you proved me wrong. You jumped into the web with both feet and you embraced it. And I do distinctly remember videos that you posted. I don't think this one ever made it onto a story, but where you had 25 to 30 minutes of chuckles walking in Balboa Park. But you know, we often had a joke that if Roger was not on the system, we better get him on the new system so he could break something and we could you know, learn how to fix it. But this to me was really emblematic of how you approach journalism, how you were just so enthusiastic, and there was this joy about discovery, and you made it fun. So I think that is what I'm going to miss the most about you. It's been a heck of a lot of fun, Roger, and it's been such an honor and a privilege to have worked with you and to call you my colleague and friend.
Roger, congratulations on your retirement. I wish you the best in this next chapter. And I'm really going to miss your encyclopedic knowledge of San Diego history. It was nice to run over and always get an answer to just about any question I had about San Diego.
Hey Roger, I want to say we're going to really totally miss you in the newsroom. You've been an amazing coworker and a really big inspiration to a lot of people here. One of my favorite Roger stories was when we were touring the old library right before they closed it down, and you talked about how you there was a little stage where they had puppet shows, and you told me about the time when you were a kid and you actually watched the puppet shows there at like 5 years old or something. And here we were shutting down the library. I always think about that, and we're gonna miss you, and good luck on all your new adventures.
Hey Roger, all the best in your retirement. You've really earned it. You're gonna leave a huge hole here at the newspaper, but also in San Diego. All your knowledge and hard work. I just hope things work out for you and you get to do the things that you want to do. Best wishes.
Hey Roger, what are you doing back there? All right, Roger, it's been awesome working with you these past 2.5 years, in particular because we have such a love of Star Wars, and also I got to learn a bunch of stuff from you too. I can't imagine taking over for you, but I'm going to do my best, and thank you so much for all that knowledge you gave me. You're like an encyclopedia. It's crazy. So thank you for everything you've done for me here at the paper, and we're going to miss you like crazy.
Roger, oh Roger, you will be greatly missed. We want to cry, but we'll resist.
Your skills are the best, and this place put them to the test.
The UT is losing a staple. Can you please stay till next April?
I will never forget working the Sunday cop beat. With your assistance, it was a real treat.
Things got heated while working on the almanac, but I always appreciated your feedback on Slack.
Nobody knows San Diego better than you. Without your knowledge, the business desk will be blue.
Our time together was fleeting. Could you still call in to the morning meeting?
Enjoy retirement, remember the good times,
and please excuse these terrible rhymes.
Congratulations, Roger. I'm here from your future with some tips on retirement. It's not as easy as it looks. You'll be facing tough decisions, dealing with complicated plumbing problems. It's important to learn new skills in retirement. If that seems like too much work, just don't forget not to miss the party.
Roger! Come to France!
It's been great to know you, Roger. Bonne chance et bon voyage.
I say, Roger, revive the Showley Candy Company. That's what you should do in retirement. It's been great working with you. Hopefully see you around town.
Roger, it was so nice working with you. I wish you all the best of luck in all your future endeavors, and now I have to figure out who's gonna do orchids and onions now.
Roger, it's been a pleasure working with you over the past 5 years. You're one of the nicest guys in the business and a heck of a journalist. I wish you the best in your retirement.
Happy retirement, Roger. Remember the time you and I went to Stockton to do the story on Alex Spanos? We showed up, got to the Greek restaurant. They were closed. The guy came to the door because they had just closed, and he said, well, I'm sorry, we're closed. But you said, hey, we were told this is the best place in town. He said, who told you? We said Alex Spanos. Remember? Guess what happened after that, Roger? They opened the restaurant to these guys from San Diego. They were cleaning the floor around us, but they fed us because of Roger and Howard and Alex Spanos. Congratulations, Roger.
Roger, I salute you as you head off into retirement. You have covered some tough beats: downtown development, Balboa Park and all its shenanigans, and San Diego's developers. And you have managed to keep both your sense of humor and your sense of fun.
Hi, Roger. It's always been a pleasure working with you, and I wish you the best. Bye.
I'm convinced you're not going anywhere. And you may have heard that we have a betting pool going about the fact that you're not leaving. I've already put money in. Help make me wealthy. Don't leave.
He is a fan of The Wizard of Oz. I was covering one of the conventions for Wizard of Oz fans, and he just mentioned that he is an Oz groupie, something I would never have suspected. but maybe he'll get into a balloon and fly off to Oz, and he'll be a wizard there. He'd be a very good wizard, too.
I'm Roger Showley. I work in the business section. My father's side came here in 1905 and from Indiana, and he was a young man of about 21 years old, and he and his brothers started the Showley Brothers Candy Factory.
Roger's real strength to me is his knowledge of San Diego and its history. Anytime you need a background on anything happening in development, real estate, cultural affairs, the park, Roger seems to know it off the top of his head. And if he doesn't know off the top of his head, he knows who he can contact to get the information.
Then I went to UCSD. I was the third graduating class in 1970, and I was a history major there. Of course, journalism and history go hand in hand, and I've been interested in using journalism or newspaper coverage as a way to teach people about San Diego history in any number of ways. So that's kind of my ongoing crusade. Let's see if the small, fierce fraternity grows into something big. This is Roger Showley for UT Business. Dreams can come true if the public wants them. This is Roger Showley for UT Business.